Boy, you know what time it is.
Welcome to the Bromigos podcast.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of the Bromigos podcast. It's your boy Panama Red.
The Hoochiman.
And I'm back, bitches.
He's back.
It's the
Motorboat
boy.
Matt.
It's the undercover brother to you, motherfucker. Shout out to our favorite light skin, Daint Money. Couldn't make it today. Had some family stuff going on, but
Word. So, what a busy week, man. And I'm not even talking about our own shit. I'm talking about the world outside. Goddamn, hide your wallet, hide your kids, because so much shit is going on. Where do we start with the bullshit?
Might as well just start with last night, considering we're both representing our team. Was not a fun night to be a Phillies fan, especially if you paid $5,000 just to go and watch your team get no hit in the World Series.
I'm sorry, $5,000?
Well, it's not, well, those World Series tickets are expensive.
So I was looking at it because I was like, let me see if I can get a game. It started off when I looked. It started at like $1,300 for a ticket. So
Where was the
that's like nosebleeds, bro. That's like nosebleeds.
You're fucking kidding me.
No. I don't joke around with money. It's $1,300.
I mean, I know you don't joke around with money, but like $1,300 for nosebleeds?
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, regular season, that's like a $10 ticket.
Well, yeah, that's
They
right.
Jacked it up like 100 times.
There's a
Yeah.
big difference between regular season and World Series.
World Series. I'm not saying, listen, I understand why you have to charge things up a little bit more for the World Series. I get that. But for nosebleeds, fucking over $1,000 for nosebleeds, that's a little insane.
Well, hey, if you think about it, it's cheaper to get a World Series ticket than to get a Super Bowl ticket.
How much do Super Bowl tickets go for?
They're 5 figures.
No.
Yes. No, they are super expensive. Super Bowl tickets are.
Shit.
Yeah, but anyway, Phillies got no hit last night. Series is even up at 2-2. They play in the night, but they play in their retro unis, the powder blue uniforms. So,
I mean, honestly, it won't even matter to talk about because by the time this episode comes out, the series may or may not be over by then.
Well, next Thursday when we record, it will be over.
Oh, well, all I could say is please fucking win. Like you have 3 straight home games and you've already sodomized one of them by getting no hit in front of
that
your
loss
home
was
crowd.
Brutal. That loss was absolutely brutal. They haven't lost at home this season in the postseason up until that point. And then, as long as we get a hit and not get shut out, I don't care tonight. But actually, I do.
Oh, I care, bro. We got to win.
Yeah.
This is a must-win for you guys. If you don't win this, there's no way you're winning the series. I'm sorry. You're not going to win 2 straight in Houston. You're just not.
Well, I believe on the mound tonight for the Phillies, I know it's Noah Syndergaard, so Thor's going to be on the mound.
Right.
How many innings
is he still good? Is he? I thought he was injury prone.
Yeah, no, he's solid. He's good for like a few innings, and then they take him out, and then they use the bullpen. So it's Syndergaard on the mound for the Phillies tonight, and Verlander on the mound for the Astros.
I don't know about that. You guys might have trouble with Verlander.
No, Verlander stinks in the World Series. Like,
yeah, we're gonna test him, bro.
All the World Series that he's played, and he's got like a combined 7 ERA. Like every World Series game he's played.
Watch my man Bryce step up and knock another 2-run.
Well, everybody's got to step up, dude. Like Schwarber's.
I mean, bro, except for last night, their bats are on fire. So,
yeah. I mean, game two is a little rough though, because I was watching that when I was at work because I was over in Jenks by Point Pleasant for the Halloween club thing that they had going on, or Halloween party in the club. And they had the game on, and I'm watching. I'm like, oh, it was painful to watch a lot of the time, man, because you guys were just striking out to some awful pitches.
I mean, I kind of expected that because, like I said, up until that point, they would win the first game on the road, lose the second game, and then they'd go home and win out. But obviously, that's not the case in this series. It's a little bit tougher with the Astros, but gosh, if they can get it done tonight, I'll be confident heading into Houston Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, because they have Friday off because they pushed everything back. So it'll be Saturday, Sunday. If it goes to 7 games, it'll be Sunday night, which that'll be interesting. Another thing that's interesting, we're going to switch to age gaps now. Now, this is something that that but something that's been brought up around my topic of conversation in the workplace that I work at. So I have two coworkers. Yeah, well, shout out Woo. I wouldn't say that because they might watch this, and if you watch it, I don't care. I don't care. But there's two coworkers, two coworkers of mine. One is 19. No, one is 23, dating a 19-year-old, and then another one is 17, talking to a 21-year-old. And for some reason, that just doesn't sit right with me. I want to get your thoughts on this. So, like, what is a respectable age gap? Especially because, like, when you're older, like if you're 45 talking to a 35-year-old, I guess it's not as weird. But when it's so young, like I said, 21, 17, that's a little fishy.
Go ahead, man.
I was going to say, because this reminds me, and I can only go off based on like potential rumors, I guess. This reminds me of a time when I was in high school, and this was like freshman year. So we're probably like, I don't know, 14, 15 years old. Okay, let's say. I had a crush on this one girl, but it turns out she actually had a boyfriend in like her 20s or something, or like just turned 20, 21, something along those lines. Again, it could be even 16 years old too, so I could be wrong. But I was when I heard about that, I'm like, oh boy, that is that's a fucking jail sentence, my friend. We've talked about this a little bit before. Everybody knows my sort of take on it. For me, as a 25-year-old, I don't date anyone below 21 because what are we going to do? What are we going to do? If you can't legally drink, it's not like I can actually go do a lot of fun things. Like the opportunity to go out and have a fun time, whether it involves alcohol or not, drastically decreases, in my opinion. Mike, you may differ from me, I should say. But
so I feel like it only matters when someone is under 18. If my math is correct, the age gap is the same in both.
Yeah, it's 4 couples. So the other one I don't know too much about because she's newer, but this one's different. She's 23. She has a boyfriend who's 19, and she also has a girlfriend too. So I don't know how. I don't know how that. I don't know how that works.
Her, she's killing the fucking game.
Good for her. Good for her.
Oh yeah, again, sucking dick while she's getting her pussy ate out. Good for her.
Could make him spit out his fucking drink.
I didn't even.
Good for her. That's what's up. For some reason, that doesn't bother me. I mean, she's 17, which I think the age of consent in New Jersey is like 16.
It's the same
for some reason. 16. It is.
Yeah.
That doesn't really bother me. Not so much. I don't know why.
Is it because you're older that you've been out of that age range for so long? And I'm not shitting on you at all.
I mean, I've been somewhat like, I remember when I was a freshman in college, I dated a senior in high school. Took her virginity. She was 18, I believe. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I think
FBI open up.
It's okay. I do
jail.
Statute limitations, motherfucker. That shit is long gone. But no, I really don't even know. It doesn't bother me all that much. I mean, they're talking, which I find to be bullshit. They are fucking.
Oh yeah, no, like
fucking dick.
Before the mics went on, we were saying
dick.
Before the mics went on, we were saying like they're not talking. They've been banging for a while at this point, man.
He's 21. Oh, he's fucking. Unless he's a lame, he's fucking. And you know what?
He probably is. But
that age gap doesn't bother me at all. It just doesn't. She's above the age of consent. It doesn't bother me. If she were younger, then perhaps like if she was under 15 and under, then I probably would have a problem with that because that's a little weird.
Yeah,
but I've been similar to Matt. I've been in that situation. I remember when I moved back from Panama. I liked this girl, and she was dating a guy who was older than both of us. We were, I think, sophomores, and he was out of high school. He was like, I want to say he's probably like 20 or 21 somewhere. We were probably like 15. So that even then, I felt weird about that, but. The scenario you brought up doesn't faze me none. Other people feel differently. That's fine. Whatever. Who cares? You probably got no pussy anyway.
So where my whole issue with it, at least in my head anyway, is like, and I think I've said this before, it's the maturity thing.
Yeah.
Because someone, while most, people around 21 are probably still very much immature. People below like that. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't going to say it. You put it out there. I wasn't going to say nothing, Mike. But
I giggle when people fart. I have immature.
But seriously, like that maturity thing has to play a factor too, because like even younger than 21 is still like, they don't know what the fuck they want out of life.
Yeah.
They're not even past getting to the point of getting graduating high school, going to college yet. Like,
yeah.
What are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about?
I feel like I have like insider info on that because I know more about this specific situation.
Well, if you want to provide context without giving away too much detail, please do.
Well, go ahead.
Well, yeah, she hasn't graduated high school yet. Kind of teeter-tottering with, dropping out. So, well, she says she wants to drop out a lot, but I feel like more so now. But I don't know why now. You're in your senior year. It's like, come on, you're almost there.
And this to me proves my point, in my opinion. It kind of just proves my point that if you're a senior in high school and you just are going to drop out or considering even dropping out, that's two completely different wavelengths of fucking thought process there, as far as I'm concerned.
You know what? Being real about it, at 21, you don't know shit about life anyway.
I'm not saying you do, but I'm saying you just have a little bit more life experience.
And a 17-year-old woman, girl, whatever you want to call her, women mature before men do anyway. They're probably on, whether you want to believe it or not, they're probably on the same wavelength. I mean, let's be real. At 21, be real about this shit. When you at 21, what do you genuinely give a fuck about? You want to party with your friends, you want to do cool shit, and you want to fuck pussy. That's what you want to do at 21. You want to get drunk because you're like, woo, I can drink legally now. I can go buy all the fucking booze I want to buy. That's all. At least that's what I gave a fuck about at 21. At 21, all I wanted to do, I was in college, wanted to fuck bitches, right? As many as I fucking could. I wanted to drink and party every weekend with my friends. I was not sitting there talking about philosophy and fucking
the
wonders of life and adulthood. Like,
so maybe I'm thinking about it way too deeply, but I do agree with that statement that I, as well as you, Hunter, probably are in that thought process as well.
Yeah, really, all I cared about was just getting money so I could get a new car, which I did that. After that, I was kind of like, we'll still work, still get some money, save some stuff up, and
fuck bitches get money, man.
Yeah,
fuck bitches get money.
Yeah, it's just this one's different because she has a thing for toxic guys, and with that gap, it's kind of
as most women.
Yeah,
I thank God every day for young and dumb bitches, because boy, did my penis have fun. I'm telling you, I used to tell them hoes anything, they believe it.
Oh yeah,
I'm only calling you hoes because I don't know your names individually. Bitches.
Speaking of bitches, I had a very great time a couple weeks ago. Obviously, I wasn't here to talk about it last week because I had some stuff.
I saw some stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you saw some stuff. Oh, I know you saw some stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to address the elephant in the room before you go ahead.
Can I at least intro it?
Please bring that up.
Okay, so your boy went to the Exotica convention over in wonderful Edison, New Jersey. And for 3 days, your boy had a very good time. And then Mike, you can now say what you're going to say.
This motherfucker went up on stage, right? Hold on. Let me look at me when I this motherfucker went up on stage and fucking had this. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but she was a big bitch. Huge. Had cottage cheese booty, not even nice booty, cottage cheese booty, and she sat on his face. What?
Listen, I don't want to bring too much of 69 whiskey into this because this is a completely different show, but your boy has a thing for bitches sitting on his face. So now that was for what that was, ladies and gentlemen. What Mike is referencing to is a seminar for both guys and girls about, how to properly sit on somebody's face. And I didn't know they were going to take volunteers. I put my hand up and say, oh, come right up, honey. And I'm just like, oh shit, this is actually happening. Oh shit.
You nasty.
Listen, if I don't breathe for a couple minutes, that's okay. I just know that I was having a very good time.
I mean, God bless her. God bless you, because y'all got some confidence for the. I know. Listen, I eat ass.
That's a good point. That's a good point I want to bring up. But continue.
I would never. No. I don't know. Call me shallow. Fuck no. Fuck that. Like, I was there. I had to leave, but there was a lot of interesting things going. I mean, I've now been to a porn convention. I can say that's not for me. I watch porn and I'll enjoy porn from my home, but there were definitely some BBWs in there. Shout out to the big girls that were just full of confidence, wearing damn near nothing. And I was like, you know what? Bless you, because you know what? You should feel good about yourself.
I want to talk about the confidence thing, because let me tell you, after I had that happen to me, your boy's confidence, you guys always like to crap on me. You guys were saying last week when I wasn't here, oh, he's a little awkward, he's a little lame, he's a little this, he's a little that. Let me tell you, your boy's confidence went from, like, let me put it in the camera, like right there to like fucking to the roof of my fucking house right there, man. Your boy was having a good fucking time. I genuinely felt more confident at the end of that weekend than I think I might have ever felt in my entire life. And that's a fucking fact. So nobody can take that away from me. It may not be your thing. You may clown me because, the cottage cheese booty and the big bitch and all that shit. First of all, that was a black queen. I hope you know. That was a black woman, if anything. You forgot to mention that.
Check my man out. He said that is a black queen. Shout out to Undercover Brother, yo.
But my point stands is that it doesn't matter, if the scene's not for you, the scene's not for you. But like I saw a bunch of people who really were. I met a lot of really nice people, both in the industry and just talking to them, like bystanders, stuff like that. I mean, your boy's confidence was out there. I was getting the show out there as much as I could, trying to get people to hopefully come on in the future. And I should probably reach out for that at some point in time. But because I have a bunch of business cards I got to attend to. But still, man, I felt really fucking good at the end of that weekend. So much so that, your boy may or may not have a date after this show is over when we finish recording this.
Whoa, breaking news. Whoa.
Here first. Whenever Matt starts acting like a lame little bitch, all we got to do is get somebody to sit on his face. And she's a black queen. Oh, you heard that here, black ladies?
Hey, man. Listen, Mike. They don't call me the Undercover Brother for nothing, my man.
Oh, shit. Well, listen.
Trying to be the white Barry White up in this bitch.
Oh my God! Listen to this motherfucker.
Can't get enough of your love, babe.
Oh, stop it. Well, speaking of brothers, there is something that's going to be a little difficult to talk about, but I think we should, and we should address all facets and angles of this. Unfortunately, Takeoff. I'm sorry, Takeoff from the rap group Migos was shot and killed.
You guys were just talking about them last week too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
You guys were just talking about them, and then that weekend, or that Monday, I should say, it was announced that Takeoff got murdered.
It was Monday that happened, right? Yes, Monday.
It was Monday night. It didn't come out until Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
So I wrote a comment to our good friend Delvin Cox. He posted something about it, and my response to it was fuck the hood. Right? Because a lot of people in the black community and some people in the white who identify with black people always say that you're not keeping it real when you leave the hood and don't come back and do for the hood. And you know what? Fuck that. Because this is what happened when keeping it real. This is what happened when you keep it real, right? Shit like this happens. It's too many times that this shit keeps happening. So much so that, you know what? I hope conservatives don't use this as a talking point, but how can we say Black Lives Matter when this shit continues to happen? Nipsey Hussle, now Takeoff,
PNB Rock just a couple months ago.
What's my man? Yeah, I feel like I'm invincible. There's 100 niggas in the spot. Oh, I can't think of his name right now. Fuck. He's New York. He's Panamanian too. That's a damn shame. I can't remember his name.
I don't know because I know PNB Rock was the only other one that I could recall recently. Anyway,
hold on. Let me just
while you're doing that, I want to read a
Pop
tweet.
Smoke. There you go.
Pop Smoke. I remember that now. Okay, that was a while. That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
now.
But this is like the recurring theme, and it's like, how long are we going to allow this? We can't get mad when police officers or anyone who is of non-melanin skin, when they kill someone in the black community, we want to be in fucking uproar, right? And rightfully so. But we should equally be outraged when this kind of shit happens. We can't talk to people and come with the same fucking talking points, then turn around and kill ourselves, shoot at ourselves. Gun violence in this country is out fucking outrageous. And I'm not going to make it about gun violence because that's a whole nother fucking can of worms. And I don't want to open it because it's political. And I don't want to do that today. I want to address, I know Dante and I and Matt and everyone, we all chime in when it comes to talking about the black community. And I often don't like talking about it because it feels redundant. But this just is it's to the point, when are we going to stop killing each other? When are black lives actually going to matter to us? Because at this point, we can't keep pointing the finger outward and be like, you know what? It's you. It's you. Ben Shapiro said something that had annoyed me, and now today it feels kind of true. That the problems in the black community are less about poverty and more about culture. The culture of the black community. The culture of hip-hop. Hip-hop glorifies this kind of shit. Guns, drugs, bitches. You know what that leads to? Incarceration. Death, single mother homes. That's what all that shit leads to. All this shit that we glorifying and dance around and do all that stupidity.
And to echo that point, it becomes another cycle because then their children become those people.
Yep.
It's a really, really sad fucking cycle. I want to read a tweet here as you were talking that I retweeted from our account. It's from a guy named, I've been following this guy for a while. And his name's Jive Turkey. He was a former gaming YouTuber, and he's also black, and he's very prominent when it comes to some topics such as this. And he says, "I wish black people stopped killing each other. Mm-hmm. I don't know the numbers, but we probably killed each other more than any war ever, or close to it. R.I.P. Takeoff."
He's not.
I know those numbers are probably a lot, but he's probably not wrong to some extent, or at least the thought process is not wrong.
The thought process, I don't know the numbers, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, I don't know. No one knows as far as I'm concerned.
But I agree with you. He's probably not wrong. I mean, we sold, especially during the crack epidemic, right? There's rumors and whatever that the FBI, CIA, I don't remember who they said, was pumping drugs into inner city communities and especially into like prominent minority communities. Fine. Okay. But we still sold that shit to our own people.
Yeah.
Knowing that it's destroying lives.
And Hollywood glorified that shit because we talked about this before we recorded a couple weeks ago. Because look at Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yes.
Look at Get Rich or Die Trying. That whole I don't know if glorifying is the right term.
No, glorifying is the right word. Glorifying.
Yeah, but it's just like that's what they did. Like they knew what they were doing. And what was it? I don't know the character's name, but he's like, "Yo, this is gonna take." He pulled that rock up. He's like, he held it to the camera. He's like, "This is gonna take us out of the hood, boys. This is gonna take us out of the hood." The logical thought process of that is you're basically hurting the hood at the same time.
I mean, if you look at most of the movies, look at our representation in Hollywood. Think about it, right? So you get a couple movies like Remember the Titans, Malcolm X. You get a few here and there, right? But then you got movies like Get Rich or Die Trying, shows like Power, The Wire.
What about Atlanta? Or wasn't Atlanta or Snowfall similar to that from FX?
Like this is our representation. We glorify. So black people, we're getting the representation, some of which we want, Black Panther, things like that. But we are still viewed this is how we're viewed. Like, this is what we're good for. We're good for making songs about killing each other and songs about doing drugs, which everyone does songs about doing drugs. That's across the board. White people, black people, we all do songs about doing drugs. It's normal. You know what I'm saying? But if you turn around, Asians ain't killing themselves like this. White people, unless they're fucking crazy and getting bullied, really ain't killing themselves like this for no reason, right? White people ain't doing this shit. Granted, y'all got most of the serial killers. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, we got that pretty much.
Y'all got that shit on lock.
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, we got that on lock. Ted Bundy, the fucking killer clown dude.
When it comes to fucking serial killers, y'all are the professionals, right? But even then, something's wrong with these people. Like Dahmer, something was wrong with him that didn't get addressed, right? His parents neglected him, shit like that, right? But we keep repeating the same fucking cycle when we at this point have the answers to the test. We know it, we see it, and it's on fucking repeat. And I can't sit around idly and be like, you know what? This is what it is. We keep doing the same shit and it keeps fucking happening. And then we want to turn around, and as soon as fucking elections come around, we want to talk about how we fucking matter and how we need to do better, and we need to stop voting for the fucking Republicans and blah, blah, blah. And they utilize all this shit against us while they get to get tax breaks for fucking jets and shit like that.
So let me ask you this, because this just popped in my head, Mike. At this point, does even bringing up the Black Lives Matter argument valid? Is it even valid anymore that we're having this conversation? Because I get like certain aspects of it. Yeah, like the police brutality. I get that. But that is few and far between. And even then it's like so popularized just by one instance when it's clearly showing a bad practice of being a police officer. But then you look at Takeoff and everything else in the hood in general, and then it's like, how do you even? I don't even know what to find the words for this. It's just like, how can you justify that then? You know. So,
in my opinion, I think Black Lives Matter needs to dig in even more and not just address police brutality, but to address all the death that continues to happen within the Black community. Not saying, and this is not to say that other communities don't matter any more or any less, right? Because as some white people like to point out, all lives do matter. They do, right? But Black lives haven't always mattered. And I think because of that, a lot of it is or I shouldn't say a lot of it. Some of it is the culture, right? Within inner cities, being gangster, being real, being all that stupid shit, which is, I'm sorry, dumb as fuck. I grew up in the hood. I was born in the hood, grew up in the hood, left the hood thanks to hard work of my mother, right? That's because she didn't want that stupid shit for me. Now, it's also excuses, right? The victim mentality. Oh, we have less. So shut up. There's a lot of people that have had less. Ben Carson grew up in the hood. Now, before he got into politics, Ben Carson was an angry young man that had a role model step into his life, ended up turning his life around, went to medical school, became one of the top neurosurgeons, if not the top neurosurgeon in this country. So it's possible, right? Everybody needs a break. It's possible. It's difficult. You know, people like Candace Owens don't seem to realize that shit, want to run their fucking mouths, and they're out of touch and clueless. It's possible, right? But it does not mean that you need to shoot somebody who wasn't even involved in the altercation over a game of dice, bro. Like, are you serious? Bruh. Like, come on, man. It's got to stop, man. It's got to change. It's got to stop and it's got to change. And I know this is going to be somebody somewhere, as soon as these elections come around, who's going to use this as a talking point to talk shit about the Black community, to point out how it is our fault. And you know what? I can't even say that they're not wrong, because at some point we need to own up responsibility to what the fuck is going on, and we need to do better. Do better. Enough of the excuses. Do better. Yes, it sucks. Yes, it fucking sucks. And it's hard. It is. You got to work twice as hard in some instances, but fucking do better. Sick of it, bro. I don't even want to talk. I'm sick of it, man. Sick of it. Sick of the excuses. I see my friends do it. I know a lot of people that have struggled, bro. I know a lot of people that had shitty cards. I have an older brother who was born in the hood, whose mom couldn't do right for a very fucking long time. And we had a father that was in and out of jail, right? It's hard. He had it worse off than I did. It's hard. But you know what? My older brother is an excellent fucking human being and an excellent father, regardless of all of that. So I know it can be done. It can be done. We don't have to be victims to our surroundings. We can do better. We can overcome, but it's going to take work. It's going to take investing into your community. You don't got to be in the fucking hood to invest in your community. You stupid fucks. Fuck the hood. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck y'all. Perpetuating the same bullshit. Fuck you. I hate it, bro. It makes me angry. Like I'm getting hot. I hate it.
I can tell you're getting hot. I can tell you're getting hot.
Bro. And I don't want to, I'm trying not to yell because fuck y'all. Do better.
But in this case, like, I don't blame you for being angry. I don't blame you for being angry because, I mean, I'm angry about it. Like, just listening to you and hearing you talk about it, like, I'm angry about it because, like, I can't do anything clearly. And even if I try and talk about it, it's always be, oh, here come the white people trying to save us.
Yeah.
Here come the fucking whiteys. You know, that's
white savior and that kind of shit.
Oh, here comes our massa again trying to save us. You know, that sort of bullshit. But still.
You know what, Matt? I don't say this often, man, but I can appreciate, and I'm just going to lay it out there. Dante and I had a conversation about you once when we first started doing this. It was I think he asked me if I thought you were genuine about what you were doing because, you know, you called yourself the Undercover Brother and shit like that. First of all, it's if you're going to do it, it's Undercover Brother. Okay.
I'll change it next time. Or you know what? I'll do Undercover Brother.
No. You can do Undercover.
I'll be too much Undercover Brother. But what were you saying?
And I told them that I thought that and my prediction was correct. I thought that you were just genuinely curious about things because I've been in your neighborhood.
You've seen my house, like we went to go get lunch at a place by my house once.
I see where you grew up. It's nice, very nice. It's nice, quiet neighborhood and sidewalks and shit. That's cool. That's what's up. And that's the lifestyle we should all be aiming for. Unfortunately, for a lot of people in this country and around the world, that's not the reality. But the
thing with the whole genuineness is like, because I don't normally like talking about this because I don't have an outlet for it. Like, at least on this show, like we have these conversations, and even talking to guys like Delvin and other people that I've met, and even podcasting who, you know, are of color, or having friends that are of color, and we talk about these things sometimes. It's just like I feel powerless because I know the greater community, or at least it feels like that way sometimes by what I see online, doesn't really like me much talking about this sort of stuff. But like, I appreciate certain things about the culture. You know, I wish y'all would stop this bullshit that we've been talking about, but I just feel like it's just an outlet for me, I guess you could say. And so I appreciate the fact that you think, or that you knew, that you felt like that was genuine. And it has been genuine. I wouldn't bullshit anybody about that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we got people killing each other. We got the police killing us, and anybody who says different, we've been complaining about the police for the longest. That's why people rap about it and all that shit. It's for a reason.
Well, right? I mean, to quote something from Straight Outta Compton, I mean, our art is a reflection of our reality.
Yeah.
When they were at that one press conference scene, but
and it's just I get it, right? I get it. It just seems like hip hop. We just perpetuate the same bullshit, and it's like we're on repeat, and the same victim shit, and we're on repeat. Yeah. I'm sure the people like Malcolm X, this is not what they thought. The leader of the Black Panther Party that they killed. I'm so bad with names today.
I see that one's. I don't know.
No, Black Panther Party. Oh my God, the guy was
Malcolm X.
No.
I thought it was Malcolm X. It was
a young guy. I think he was the age of 20 years old. Was a leader.
You're right. Wait, why do I know this and I feel like I can't?
Hold on.
Shit. I'm gonna look this up. Give me a minute.
Huey P. Newton.
Yeah, Huey P. Newton. Okay.
Guy was fucking brilliant, bro. Guy's brilliant. So much so because he was unifying Black people. leading black folk. I say us like I was there. I wasn't fucking there. Leading black people into the promised land, elevating their minds, educating them, providing services for children who didn't have food before school and aftercare and things like that. Like, look into the man. The man was fucking great. And you know what? The government took him out. That's not a fucking theory. That is fact. You can look it up, right? So, but how long are we going to keep pointing to the man, right? We got to fucking do better.
So on a different note, then, because I know we're getting a little passionate and heated about this. Well, I want, this is kind of touching on this, but like from a musical perspective, because the Migos are still a thing, right? Obviously, because they're one of the most popular rap groups that have been out over the last like 5-6 years or so. So now that Takeoff is gone, I mean, what happens with that? I mean, who else was part of it?
It was Quavo and Offset.
Quavo and Offset. So I think the Migos, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's a shame.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know, because I know they were both involved in other projects outside of the group, but this has got to be tough. I don't know.
Because I know certain bands that I listen to, like, you know, they lose either a drummer dies or they fire a musician in the band, and they could be replaced.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know how do you replace that kind of, because like it's not like he was beating on a drum or strumming on a guitar or something like that.
He was
I guess they just continue to make solo stuff and then collab.
They'll have to. There's really no way they can go about it, unfortunately. No. It's a shame to hear, say.
All right, before Hoochiman, because he has to go. Let's lighten up the mood a little bit.
Yeah, let's lighten up the mood a little bit.
So Brooklyn Nets.
Fuck the Nets.
Because they fired Steve Nash. Are you surprised? I'm not.
No. They should let him go in the offseason.
Yeah.
I thought that I was going to wait to see what the season would bring, because keep in mind, this is a bit of a different dynamic for Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not expect Brooklyn to be as bad to start off the season. So I guess
I enjoy it.
It could have been predicted a lot sooner. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, as a Knicks fan, I pray on Brooklyn's downfall every day. I pray to God, like, thank you so much. But either way, no, like, I didn't expect Nash to get fired this soon. And technically, I'm seeing different reports. Was he fired, or was it a mutual parting of ways?
Yeah, I've heard two different things.
It was hey, we're gonna fire you. Okay, I agree.
Yeah, pretty much. I agree with that. And you know, I forget who was bringing it up. It was on ESPN, and they were saying Steve Nash was never a leader.
No.
Kyrie Irving is not a leader. Ben Simmons sure as fucking ain't no leader. And KD, for as great as he is, he's not a leader. So they're leaderless. All that talent and no one to lead it. No one to take charge. And you can't do much without a leader. Somebody's got to lead. And everyone isn't a leader, but somebody's got to lead that.
Talent alone.
You want to know who is a leader?
Who?
Joel Embiid. He's going to have to do a lot more leading, because just within the last half hour, James Harden out for a month with a right foot tendon strain.
God damn it.
So it's going to be like a little bit of last season.
We're playing you guys in a couple of days, I think, too.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I think we could probably still lose. Like,
God damn it. Hoochie, you done messed up my fucking day.
Yeah, I know.
God.
Fuck.
Well, I don't know if this makes it any better, but for me, it does, again, to talk about it, because NASCAR just happened this past Sunday, and oh my goodness, this video game move. You can click on the screen.
I
don't know if you saw this, Mike, but this was something to behold. So, context to the situation. This guy right here, Christopher Bell, he needs to win to advance to the championship 4 round, which is this upcoming Sunday. Denny Hamlin, this 11 car, well, you can't see it, but he's over here. He's +2 right now into making that championship 4. And Ross Chastain, -2. And it's the last lap. So he needs to get 2 spots. Well, really 3. Well, no, 2, because he had the tiebreaker. Needs 2 spots in this last straightaway in 2 corners to advance to the next round. And just pay attention to what he does on the bottom left here. So Bell's going to win. But look at the 1. And you can see right there. All of a sudden, he's in front of the 11. He's all on the wall, but he made it.
So basically, he was just hugging the wall, and that's basically how he was able.
He did the video game move where you just wall ride. Didn't think it would work, but it worked.
I mean, I know nothing about NASCAR, but I did see that pop up a lot, and I mean,
this is not sped up. He just rides the wall.
See, normally I see people crash into the wall. I did not expect someone to actually ride the wall.
He full throttled all throughout 3 and 4, and he gained 6 spots from that. Like he literally gained 6 spots from that.
Wow.
He went from 10th and to 4th because his 4th place guy got disqualified. But he went from being -2 to +4.
That's wild.
That's wild. That's a good. I mean, that's a Chad move. Like, no, literally. Like you have to have some fucking nuts to pull something like that off.
And to make this all better, for context on this driver, 5 years ago he was just a watermelon farmer. Now he's contending for a NASCAR championship 5 years later. They're dubbing this the Hail Melon.
Wow.
Jake Paul, is he the real deal? Fuck no. Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
Well,
he keeps fighting, bro. He keeps fighting these retired, past their prime MMA fighters, right? Who've spent years upon years dedicating themselves to a different and specific craft, like a different craft, versus Jake Paul. Like, I get it. I can appreciate what he's trying to do for the sport of boxing. I get it. People, I'm not all that into boxing. I'm not all that into MMA. But what I can say is I need him to fight an actual boxer in their prime, right? Or entering their prime. Someone who that's all they've been doing. Because for me, he gets no props. He gets no props. None.
On the fight KSI.
You're not fighting anyone. You're not fighting anyone. You're a douche.
Listen, man, as someone
Logan, on the other hand, I fuck with Logan. Logan is in there doing his work. He's doing the damn thing. He's got respecting the craft of wrestling. Kudos.
He's got an event this upcoming weekend, the Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, WWE runs a show at least once or twice a year in Saudi Arabia, and he's supposed to be he's fighting Roman Reigns, who's the champion he holds 2 belts, 2 of the biggest belts in the fuck
thing. The kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That those shows definitely reek of blood money. Yeah. Let's be real.
All right, guys, I'm about to take off, but really quick, I just saw this. So DraftKings had a special bet last night, like a bet boost. Sixers made 3-pointers combined with Philly hits. Over under was 19.5. The Sixers had 19 threes, and the Phillies had 0 hits.
Damn. You need to leave. You're just fucking up Mike.
You need to leave. Mike off. We still got time on this show, and Mike's gonna take it all out on me now.
This show is just today is rough. This is a rough show, man.
Yeah.
Where's Donnie Thompson to come here? Can we just talk about sex?
Boobs.
I already did that.
I'm talking again.
You want your face set on and shit. Fuck. This is a rough episode, man. I'm sorry because last week that was great. Had a good time.
This is still a good episode. Look, it's not that it's not a bad episode.
Stressing, man. Fuck.
I get it.
Niggas shooting each other. Saudi Arabia's reducing their oil production so they could drive up the cost of crude oil. Sons of bitches.
Keep fucking with us over here.
Sharabuta.
On that note, I have to head out early, guys. Right. I'll talk to y'all later.
Later, Hooch.
Later, dude.
So I wanted to touch on the Jake Paul thing. As a fight fan, as a fan of boxing, MMA, and all that shit, dude. One, why are these dumb fucks taking the fight? Is it just because of the payday?
It is.
Like Anderson Silva, man, he had a Hall of Fame career in the UFC. He was a middleweight champion. He did things in that octagon that were unheard of at the time in his prime. He was like he was unbeaten for a long time. And he could have won the fight too. As far as I know, there's an argument that can be made out there that he could have won the fight. Because I think it went to what, a unanimous decision or a knockout? I don't know.
He didn't get knocked out.
Oh, he didn't get knocked. He got knocked down though, but he didn't get knocked out. Which, again, if you get knocked down and there's a count involved, it's a 10-8 round. So who knows if that had something to sway with the judges. But man, I'm just sick of seeing all these fucking good fighters, retired or not, just like trash the legacy, man. Because to me, like Jake Paul fucking fighting these guys. I know it is supposed to popularize the sport of boxing and MMA and all that sort of shit, but it just makes everything look bad. Because
it's just watered down to me. I don't enjoy any of it. I just don't, I mean, he needs to earn his money and he's doing what he feels is right and he's doing his thing. But it's like, that's like me in my prime going to play soccer against high schoolers. It's not fair, right? Well, for the most part, I haven't come across a high schooler when I was playing that could beat me in soccer. But that wouldn't be fair. Like, it's just, if they used MMA rules, I think he would get dusted.
Well, there was a bet, I think, and I'm not sure if it was accepted, that if Silva won, Jake Paul would train for an MMA fight.
Jake Paul would get wrecked.
Oh, he would.
Anderson Silva, the Spider. Man, please.
He's got. Listen,
now, please.
Jiu-jitsu is a real bitch, and you have to really fucking train for that shit.
Yes.
To like understand it.
Bro, there's so much to it, bro. It's not just like all right. Not that I'm not some fucking MMA master or anything like that. But in the Army, they teach you what we call combatives, right?
Mm-hmm. I think I know what you're talking about.
Combatives is like MMA without the striking, right? So you learn how to grapple pretty much. And it's real basic stuff. And depending on your unit, you can learn more, right? They teach you different levels of combatives to where you get to a point where there's striking involved.
If I'm not mistaken, they teach combatives in like action movies too, right?
I'm not sure.
Because I've seen sequences in movies, one instance in The Expendables, when Stone Cold Steve Austin and Sylvester Stallone, they're fighting in like some sort of fucking underground thing. And they were pulling out like, straight up MMA moves. Like, they were going for the arm bar, the way the way the stunt doubles, I guess, were moving around. It looked like something like either combatives or like very, very basic knowledge MMA.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some expert on there or consultant, whatever you want to call them. I'm sure there's someone there who is like able to train them and teach them things and try to make it look as real as they possibly can on camera. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no.
But I'm not entirely sure.
It just bothers me, man, as a fight fan, because like you take, for instance, we said Logan Paul. Logan Paul had some great fucking wrestling matches so far, man. He's had some good wrestling matches just this year. He fought at WrestleMania in a great tag team match. And then he fought at SummerSlam in another great fucking singles match. Yeah. Now what he's going to do this Saturday, no fucking clue, because I'll have to fucking watch it in some way, shape, or form. It's definitely, at least I appreciate the fact, because you may not like wrestling, professional wrestling, but it's really fucking hard to do, man.
I'm not saying I don't like wrestling. I've never really said that. You
always gave off the vibe of it, at least to me.
No, I'm not. I don't like it enough to go to an event.
Okay, but really WrestleMania is coming to Philly, not next year, but the year after. I think 2025.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I've never. I was more into it. Like my best friend used to. I think he still likes wrestling, but he really was into it. Like he would go to Hooters for events and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we would play like cage matches, not like video game where I would Batista all the time. I love Batista the Animal.
Yeah,
I like was growing up and shit like that. Sweet chin music, baby.
I mean, yeah, man, those were the good old days. But I mean, I still really enjoy it. I've said it before, but like I said, there's a level of care you have to take, and I think Logan Paul does that a little bit better without making a mockery of the sport like Jake Paul.
Yeah, no, I can appreciate what he's doing because he came in, he respected the respect. There was respect to it, and he put in the work. I don't think he would be getting as much recognition or opportunity if he wasn't actually putting in the work, because wrestling's not one of those things where you just walk in and they just like the Miz he put in the work.
Yeah, I mean, the Miz was a fucking reality TV star. Yeah. Even Bad Bunny did a wrestling match last year.
Yes.
So I mean, like, if they can do it and have great fucking matches, Pat McAfee too, if they can have great fucking matches, I mean, this takes time. It just takes time, really. But anyway, what else you got going on?
I don't got shit going on, man. Just work,
Just work. How is I mean, I guess we'll blow up the spot here. How is Sirius treating you?
Oh man, Sirius is the fucking dream. Radio, let me tell y'all something. Regular radio's dead, man. Satellite is where it's at, bro. I fucking love. No, I'm really enjoying it. Jim fucking Norton is hilarious. This dude is fun. His brand of comedy is a little. It's different. Let's talk about dick and pussy and anal and all this other shit. But dude is hilarious. And Sam Roberts. For those who don't know, if you don't know Sam Roberts, go look into Sam Roberts. Sam Roberts is an absolute fucking genius at what he does, bro. I shit you not. Everybody I get the opportunity to talk about Sam, he is great at what he does, man. He is absolutely one of the very smart dude, very cultured dude. He's for the culture. We talk about Kanye a lot on the show.
You've been getting a lot of airtime too.
Oh man, I've been getting a whole lot, bro. I got a whole lot
from what you've been telling us.
Yeah, man. They so much so that I had literally I would just sit there and every now and then they'd ask me a couple questions and we'd swing the mic from the board operator around to me so that I could get to participate every now and then. But I would say at least for the past 2 weeks, I've been pretty much every day actively being a part of the show. And that's really, I got to thank them, because as my career takes off, it's really them, Travis Teft. He's the executive producer on that show. He gave me the opportunity. And then Jim and Sam just include me. Mike Montone, he's teaching me a lot when it comes to operating the board and Zeta and maneuvering that. And then Troy Kwan on social media. He's great, just giving me a lot of advice and a lot of tips. I think the guys just see potential and see a lot of things in me. And, they're just working with me, man, and just showing me the ropes, teaching me the game. And I really appreciate it. I really do. I have a blast doing it.
Yeah, because we were talking about it a little over the weekend, because you and I were hanging out on Saturday for your girl's birthday.
Yeah.
And you were telling me all this stuff. It's like I could feel the passion coming out of you, man. Yeah, I can tell there's not a lot of people that fare very well in media and broadcasting, because I think it's an ego thing. And they just, their ego gets shattered really fucking quickly. Yeah. You are just a fucking sponge.
Yeah.
You, sir, are an absolute unit when it comes to this.
Yeah.
And to think, correct me if I'm wrong, knowing virtually almost nothing about the industry,
100%.
to going to CSB, Connecticut School of Broadcasting, for those of you that don't know, where we all met, and then going to fucking Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking wild. Now, I mean, as for me, my job's pretty good too. It's still.
You seem to like it. You post a lot.
I do like it. I'll tell you why. Because last night, we're recording this on a Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Last night we were doing probably was going to be one of our biggest events that we've done in a while because of COVID and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We, for the last couple of months, we've been doing giving away tickets to a concert that was a thank you for the fans, for sticking with us through COVID and everything and all that shit. So this was our thank you to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at a couple of events where you had to win tickets in person. So that was wild. Turnouts for that were fucking great. The country station I work for, because I work for 3 stations under the same company, the country station has a very passionate audience. And I've said this on the show, the country music fans in general are very passionate. And the turnouts for these were fucking wild. I actually, a couple of weeks ago when I was at Bar A doing my usual thing there, I was actually going to tell you guys to come through. Maybe you can try winning some tickets or some shit. But I know you guys, Dante probably wouldn't have been into it. But last night was the fucking concert. And when I tell you, man, we gave away like what 1,500 some odd tickets. I think there weren't that many empty seats in that building. There was the turnout for that was fucking great. People were having a good time. People were drinking. One girl tried to fight a cop.
Oh Lord.
Oh, let me tell you this, dude. So, and then we'll wrap it up with this. So, one of the opening acts, there was like 4 separate single guys. I guess they were all doing like a thing together. I don't know I came in halfway through with that. So all of a sudden they had a song about like a breakup song, like, oh, knowing your worth and dumping the fucking guy or girl that's the dead weight, blah blah blah. All of a sudden people start cheering. People start like really getting passionate. I'm like, is this song really striking a chord that someone either proposed or fucking broke up with their significant other in the middle of this fucking song? That's what I thought initially.
Yeah.
It turned out it was something so simple that someone was asking someone else to sit down because they were blocking their way. Security came in, and one girl who I guess was with this party, who was being obnoxious, took a swipe at a cop. And that bitch was sitting right in the fucking opening way of the goddamn Count Basie Theater. And where everybody could see her. And me and my coworkers and my bosses were just sitting there looking at this bitch during intermission, and we are just clowning her ass. Because how are you going to take a swipe and start fighting a cop at a free show that you did not have to purchase tickets to? You dumb bitch.
I don't understand. Did she get fucked up?
She got carried out of there. Like legit, like fucking head, like fucking feet taken off the ground and everything. As far as I know, as far as what I've been told, I missed that. I couldn't see it from my vantage point because I was enjoying the show. But holy shit, Mike, dude,
I've been seeing a lot of videos of women putting their hands on dudes and dudes giving them equal opportunity hands. And you know what? I don't promote violence, but I'm here for that because there are a lot of women in this world who think that they can just, hit dudes and dudes are just supposed to sit there and take it. Like, no, bitch.
Self-defense, man. Self-defense. If you're if someone's beating the shit out of you, you have to take initiative to protect yourself.
Oh, I'm not letting I would never let a woman just beat me up.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I would probably do the same thing. I've never had that happen to me, thank God. But like, you have to fucking protect yourself, no matter who it is. Oh, I know you have. I mean, who could forget the 1v3 in fucking Germany?
I've had a girl hit me once.
Oh, you had a girl hit you?
Actually, twice. I'm lying. I had a girl hit me twice.
Do tell.
Both times in Germany.
Oh shit! Of course, they're violent over there. Goddamn.
No, this was one was with the German girl. Another one was with I don't know if she was. I know she was military. The German girl. I'm gonna try to summarize it real quick. I was dating this girl. We had a lot of issues. Realistically, I liked her because she had a fantastic body. God, fantastic body.
Listen, we got to go to Germany. You're talking up all these German women, man.
So lovely.
We got to go to Germany.
Long story short, we had a argument that I was just trying to get out. She wouldn't let me leave. She locked me in her living room because in Germany, I can't speak for all of Europe, but in Germany, they have doors to every room. So if you go in the kitchen, there's a door to the kitchen. Like that you can lock behind you.
That's
go
weird.
Living room, there's a door there too. So
there's a door
it's
in the
different.
Living room?
Yeah, it's different.
It's different. It's different. All right. I never heard that before.
I think it is because they don't have central heating. So if you close the room and turn on the heater, it'll keep the heat in that particular room.
Okay,
I don't know.
That.
But she locked me in the living room, and I was like, John, you need to let me go. And she's like, you want to leave? I was like, yes, I need to leave. She wouldn't let me leave. So she punched me in the face. And I said, Christine, please don't hit. Oh, shit, I said her name. She punched me in the face. She then proceeded to scratch me. And I was like, listen, you can't put your hands on me. My mama don't hit me. She hit me again. Well, I pushed that bitch a little too hard. Pushed her. Because I don't feel I hit hard, man. I don't want to just hit some chick. No. And then the other time, which is a little more funny, the other time I was visiting a friend of mine in this other city that was like 2 hours away from where I lived. And we went to this club, and I was with my boy and this Australian chick that I was trying to fuck. And everything was going according to plan until my boy disappeared. Because my boy was an alcoholic. I don't know if he still is. We haven't spoken in a very long time, but he disappeared. So we left the club to go look for him. When we couldn't find him, we were just walking around, and finally we saw him. Right, mind you, I'm a little drunk too. I had a lot to drink. So
it's Germany, everybody drinks.
So yeah, everyone. So we're venturing outside, and a group of black people, they were out being rambunctious.
Okay.
So my drunk ass walks over. No, actually, I yell, "This is why white people don't respect us, because we're acting like a bunch of dumb niggas."
Damn, you dropped the N-word and everything. Goddamn.
So one of them turns around and notices this is a black dude. Mind you, they turn around, look at me. They see it's another black dude. They don't pay me no mind. The only person that pays me mind is this short little black girl. She's probably like 5 feet, maybe 100 pounds soaking wet, maybe. So she goes.
Keep in mind, you're like 6 foot or something.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
So this 5 foot little bitch is gonna go after. Oh my god.
Yeah, man. What the fuck?
This is comical. You just have to hold her head. You just gotta hold her head. It's like, you can't hit me. You can't reach that far.
So she said, "What you say?" And I said, "This is why white people don't respect us, because y'all out here act like a bunch of dumb niggas." Man, she punched me square in my face. And you know what I did? I judo tossed the motherfucker and said, "You don't know me." Then a whole bunch of people crowded around me, and I said, "Do what y'all gonna do, because you know what? She hit me. She's a girl. Man, fuck that bitch. I don't know her. Fucking me. Y'all gonna come over and touch me? Like, I could be psycho, and I could just choke her out. You know what I'm saying? There are people in this world who will do that shit." So the group of dudes, mind you, didn't say nothing to me until the Polizei showed up. Once the Polizei showed up, everybody's tough then. I told these niggas, shut the fuck up. Y'all ain't want to do nothing to me until now you know the police gonna stop you. So now you want to come confront me. Get the fuck out of here. Now, I'm not tough, but I mean, I am tough. I know how to fight, but I'm not a tough guy. I don't walk around picking fights and shit. But you want to come catch these hands? Hey, equal opportunity, bro.
Hey man, you know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of that line from 99 Problems from Jay-Z. You know the type, loud as a motorbike, but wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight.
Yep.
The only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to get the clapping, and he and his boys going to be yapping to the captain, because that's literally what happened. That's literally what happened. Dude, that's wild. And then you didn't, and obviously nothing happened. The Polizei didn't get you or anything, right?
No, they tried to, like, the thing about it. They tried to, like, the one dude, like, there were like 3 guys that showed up. 2 of them didn't, and like an MP, military police, shows up, and the military police guy is talking to me because I worked on base at that time, and he's trying to figure out what happened. I tell him. Now, the Polizei guy, he was getting handsy, and it was starting to annoy me. And I think what he was trying, because he really couldn't do anything because a lot of he said, she said, and then the military police showed up, so they were picking up jurisdiction. I'm not sure how it works, but the Polizei guy kept like trying to push me, and I'm like, and I'm telling the MP, like, you see him, like, and he's like, please don't hit him, because if you hit him, I can't help you, right? Because he's trying to basically bait me in. Like, if I would have hit that motherfucker, I would have took his head off. Because he was annoying me, and I'm telling him in German, please don't touch me. You don't know, like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And he's trying to bait me into it. I didn't do it, luckily, because I didn't feel like dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that. But that's it, man. Germany has been good. Germany was bad. Germany was lots of fun. This is why I don't go to the clubs, bro.
Yeah, all right. This is why you've been out of the scene a while, I guess.
Yeah.
You ain't trying to catch any cases. I don't blame you. Anyway, this has been another fantastic episode of the Bromigos podcast. I know we had a little bit of humor, we had a little bit of deep talk, and then we had some fun stories to tell. little bit of everything today on the episode. So thank you guys so much for checking us out. If you want to follow us on social media, please follow us on Twitter at Bromigos Pod, Instagram, The Bromigos Pod, TikTok, The Bromigos Podcast. And I want to also thank everybody over at Full Swap Radio for syndicating our show. Catch us on Sundays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, hit that subscribe button on YouTube because we're going to be posting our video podcasts every Wednesday. But you know where to find us on all the podcast directories: Apple, Spotify, Google, the same old. We're everywhere, baby. Just search up the Bromigos Podcast.
Yes, we are.
Well, take us out, Mike.
Thank you once again from Panama Red. Thank you. This has been another episode of the Bromigos Podcast.
Jesus.
All right, people. Peace out.
You've been listening to the Bromigos Podcast.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. I beat him.